Hello and welcome to the pre-match show, the top of the table, clash of the titans. And I have with me wearing yellow, a Chennai fan, that's what they say. But it's Salil here who is with me for this brilliant game of cricket today.
Well, clearly the excitement really shows, Yash, and I'm really excited. Clearly not color coordinated with Chennai, not being trying to be neutral and hoping for a really good game. It'll be something that we might see later on in this tournament and the next week during the playoffs. As these two
Yes,
sides have qualified, there is a very good chance they'll play each other. So I think great clash around. Everybody will be a little nervous as well, but they want to try all their whatever they've thought about from a strategy perspective to, if not comprehensively beat a particular side, but at least nudge them to see where are their weaknesses and where can they crack. So I think
absolutely.
there's more than a battle of those sixes and fours as both these batting lineups have. I think it's going to be a battle of the mind.
Salil, on top of the table, you cannot imagine two better teams at the moment. Delhi Capitals with the formidable side that they have, and the Chennai Super Kings with the legendary players that they have. So you cannot expect two better teams to be at number one and number two. So Salil, just moving on, the toss has been done. Delhi Capitals winning the toss. The birthday boy lucky enough, Rishabh Pant, to win the toss and electing to bowl first. What do you have to say about this toss and just the pitch and how the game can go about?
Well, I think it's a great toss to win. I think around this IPL, you've known how the pitch gets slow in some places, and it will a little bit towards the end, but it's going to be a good pitch to bat on, and the pitch stays true most of the time. So, I mean, looking at this Delhi side, you see Ripal Patel coming in, and you see Steve Smith going out. So, the rest of the team, I think, pretty much remains the same. I mean, look at that bowling lineup. Akshar Patel, Ravichandran Ashwin, and you've got Avesh Khan who's on 21 wickets with the South African duo of Kagiso Rabada and Henrik Nortje. So I think all in all, this looks like an extremely formidable lineup full of youngsters, and a few experienced guys like Dhawan and Ashwin will definitely help them do better in this, which they have in this particular IPL. So I think that's it's a nice sheet to watch there. Yes, a lot of guys in form.
Absolutely, absolutely, Salil. And if you look at the Chennai lineup as well, brilliant side. They've got three changes from the last game, but surprisingly, Robin Uttappa comes in place of Suresh Raina, who is left out injured. But do you think this was a forced change as well because of the fact that Suresh Raina has not been getting a lot of runs and a lot of dependence on Ruturaj Gaikwad up front to score the bulk of the runs for Chennai Super Kings?
Well, yes, not just Ruturaj Gaikwad. You saw Faf du Plessis also getting those brilliant starts. Moeen Ali has played excellent in that first version. Yet to score many runs. He got a start a couple of games ago. You've got Ambati Raidu who's in form. Ravindra Jadeja, he's brilliant. Scored 200 runs, taken around 8 wickets in this version. Bravo and Chahar, I think, which were rested in the last match, are back. So this is not really a change. They're going back to their original formula. I think
Right.
Robin Uttappa, like Suresh Raina in this series, can be singled out by a Chennai team as the guy that they let go, even if he doesn't perform, honestly, because I mean the rest of the guys are doing the job, and whatever Robin will play, like whatever Suresh Raina would play, would only be a bonus for this squad. So it looks like a good balanced side, the same kind of side that is won 9 matches this season and lost 3. But Chennai coming from a loss, and
Yeah.
Delhi are coming from a win against Mumbai. So they definitely have a big boost there in their mind. They have that in mind, that we've beaten a very good side and made life difficult for them, because they obviously in the playoffs, you know what Mumbai does. So historically, and
Historic.
quite glad to see both these sides going at loggerheads. It'll be fun to watch what happens.
Absolutely, Salil. And it's the birthday boy Rishabh Pant, like I said earlier, won the toss. He's turned 24 today. I wonder what you were doing on your 24th birthday. Definitely not playing the Chennai Super Kings, yeah?
Definitely not. I mean, what a wonderful career path we can see for him. I think he's been on this circuit for the last 3-4 years as a young man entering, and slashing those big hits, for Delhi initially, and then
Yeah,
becoming a mainstay of the Delhi team right up till the time where he was vice captain last year to Shreyas Iyer, and now the captain has been retained. So his luck when it comes to captaincy, especially for Delhi Capitals, has been brilliant. I
yeah,
think around 70% of his matches he's won. You can clearly see that because they won most of their matches now,
magnificent record.
and that's a great record to start with. Two, he also idolizes Mahendra Singh Dhoni. So, I mean, that's a Guru Chela matchup.
Yes,
And I think there is a lot of respect that he has for MS Dhoni because offline he always goes to MS Dhoni for, that kind of question that players have at the international level when they need to crack a certain kind of pressure or certain kind of part of their game. So, all in all, a lot of emotions flying everywhere. Obviously, these guys
absolutely.
are going to be together at the end, in the next 1 month because Dhoni is clearly the mentor of the Indian team, and Rishabh Pant is the first choice keeper. So, definitely have a lot of exchanges, you can say, cricketing exchanges in the future. But this looks like a great clash between two
Absolutely.
good
Big, big
sides,
game.
and these sides are looking really nice. So, let's expect something nice.
Cracker of a game, Salil. Like you always say, it's a cracker of a game we have on our hands. Salil, talking of the Chennai batting for a moment, we spoke of Ruturaj Gaikwad, but the integral part of this team, which holds the bowling and batting together, is Ravindra Jadeja. We spoke about this, we speak about this almost after every game that Chennai plays, that how impactful has he been with the ball, bat, and field. So, according to you, do you think that this tournament is really when he's come to life with the ball and bat, and he's really proved his worth as a perfect all rounder that India can see for the next few years?
Well, he's always been a perfect all rounder from my perspective. I think he's gathered more confidence, and those wins in those Test series earlier this year has made him a bigger man. I think he batted really well. If all his 300s have come at a Test level, at a first class level, way before in 2015-16. So I think
Correct.
he already had it in him. The sad part is he never got the chance to perform because Dhoni was coming at number 4 or 5 or 6 and he used to take the game. But as you saw in the last match, he was promoted and came ahead of Dhoni, and that was clearly a perspective which the Chennai
What
guys
an
think
innings!
that
Wow.
yes, he is currently a guy who's playing international cricket. He's in the thick of things. He is a part of the top sides, and definitely he needs a look in. There is a better possibility of Jadeja scoring those runs than Dhoni right now.
Yes.
So I think great prospect for India. Currently, he's taken around 8 wickets in this IPL, been economical many a times, and scored 200 runs with a very good strike rate. So no complaints there. I think
And
Jadeja
saved
is
50
one of the
runs in the field
mainstays.
as well.
And yes, obviously, how can we forget that? I think that statistic comes to life when we think about Jadeja in the field.
Absolutely.
Like, oh, where have we saved runs? The bowlers are getting runs, but the fielders saving
It
some.
is Jadeja.
So great job there, by Jadeja.
Great job. One of the best all-rounders in white ball cricket there is at the moment. It's Ravindra Jadeja, hands down.
True.
Now, speaking of the Delhi bowling, Salil, they've got these big names, Rati Maharati, if we have to say that way, because Kagiso Rabada, who's a veteran in his South African cricket at the moment at such a young age, and you've got Ashwin as well. So you can see the variety of bowling that they have, Salil. So who do you think is the pick of your, in these 5, 6 bowlers, you had to pick one bowler that you would put all your money on for today's game? Who would it be?
I think from an economical perspective, Akshar Patel is a brilliant one. He's
Yes.
been very economical and he enables the other bowlers to take the wickets. But when it comes to the wickets, I think a guy who's bowling with a lot of sting, a lot of confidence, I think Avesh Khan is the pick of the bowlers. I'd leave out the South African duo right now because Norkia is just possibly come into the tournament and Kagiso is this time around he's blowing a little hot and cold. So I think with 21 wickets under his belt in this IPL, and clearly one of the guys who's possibly, trying to chase a Harshal Patel. You never know if he has a 5 for today.
Yes.
He can really make it. But 21 runs in a series after playing 12 matches is great. It's almost two apiece. So Avesh Khan is my pick from a Delhi bowling perspective.
Fantastic. And the last time around, Avesh Khan had performed really well, Salil, against Chennai. He had got Dhoni out and he had got a great spell. So a good pick by our expert here. But if we had to talk about the Chennai batting similarly, Salil, who's that one player that you would put your money on if you had to for today's game?
Well, I think Ruturaj Gaikwad, although he scored that century, I think
Absolutely.
Faf du Plessis is the guy to watch out for today. He's been in the shadows for way too long. I think there is a very good possibility that Faf will play, and he's got the reputation of playing against the big sides, playing against the sides that matter. So Faf is my pick for the day. While Ruturaj has been the first guy to score 500 runs this IPL, and then their batting lineup looks pretty nice from here. So, but I still think
Fantastic.
that Faf will be my pick for the day.
Brilliant. So Salil has picked, the Sylvester Stallone of Chennai Super Kings. So let's hope Faf scores some runs. So thank you, Salil, for joining with me. One final question before we go off is, who's going to win this game? Do you think it's Chennai because you're wearing yellow, or
No, I'd go and weigh this by both the teams. One team's got the young players, one team got the experience. I think Delhi has the edge because 169 is a par score here, and I think Delhi can chase 169.
fantastic? That's our prediction from the expert. So thank you to all our viewers. Thank you, Salil, for joining with me. I'll see you in the mid-match show. And hopefully a great innings on our hands. Chennai out there to bat, Delhi out there to bowl. Great contest between bat and ball. So thank you very much. Stay tuned.
Thanks, Yash.